Alright, so that happened out on an expedition. So I went out on the expedition just to grind out some resources. I was going to hunt Great Jagras so I could upgrade my weapon. I was also working on getting some Kessidon's parts so I could craft the new Kessidon Gauntlets, which I am actually wearing now. Let's go ahead and show that real quick. It's the alpha ones. They give me affinity, sliding, and focus. I went for the alpha instead of the beta because the beta doesn't have focus, but the beta would have had a gem slot. So if I had gone for the beta, I would be wearing the attack charm, or yeah, the attack decoration, but I'm not. So now the main reason we are back is because while I was out on that expedition, I was collecting basil geese tracks. There we go. Now, if you're lucky, from the basil geese tracks, you can get a basil geese talent, and that is the item you need to upgrade your power and armor charms. So you need one for each, obviously. To upgrade them, you have to take it out of your inventory, or I think you can keep it in your inventory. I'm not sure, but no, it needs to be out of your inventory. Yeah, it has to be in your box. So you go to crafting list, and then it's the last page, yeah, number 99. Power Charm and Basil Geese Talon. So once you have a Talon, my Power Charm is now a Power Talon. And then I need to put it back in my inventory. And let's see real quick. I think before I was getting like 30 points of damage. Yeah, I'm at 479, I was up to like 500. So it should get me like 520. 511. So yeah, so the first one is a bigger boost because this one's only 10 more points. So the first one is a bigger boost, but it's both of them stack on top of each other. So the other one gave me like 30 points or 20 points. That was at 479. Got me up to like 500. So that's like 20 points. So this will get me up to, once I rebuy the power charm, that'll get me up to like 530 with my current build. Now the thing is, the other reason I'm here is because I'm slowly making progress, and I feel awkward not recording any of it, but none of it is really worthwhile progress. Once you reach this point, you're kind of in limbo. The only thing you're focused on is gathering those Rathian tracks. Or the main thing you're doing, not the only, the main thing you're doing is gathering those Rathian tracks. What you are doing is just constantly going out on expeditions. You're just hunting the monsters you've already hunted over and over, getting the new resources, gathering from the nodes, the new bone piles, the new mineral outcrops, just gathering all the new resources you can so that you can craft new equipment. And then you're hunting down all the monsters so you can unlock their armor sets, and then you're going through and seeing what armor sets you want so that you can craft, so you can make your build. Now, again, you don't, if you have the Iceborne expansion, you still don't need to engage with this too much. I'm doing it because I like it. I like these hunts. I like doing it. That's the only reason I'm doing it. It's completely unnecessary. If I wanted to, I could craft the Defender set. At this point, I could start upgrading that Defender set. And that'll carry me straight to Iceborne. So you can still do that if you want, and if that's what you are doing, then just keep gathering the Rathian tracks and don't worry too much about the other hunts. I still recommend you gather other resources, because once you get to the Master rank, you're going to need a huge stockpile of resources to craft items, the new weapons and such you'll come across. But yeah, so I mean, like, actually, like, just doing a couple expeditions, I haven't done any story or quest missions, I haven't done any side missions, nothing. I've only done 2 expeditions. Oh, excuse me, sorry about that. I've only done 2 expeditions, both in the Ancient Forest, because the one time I went out there, a Rathlos popped up and I wanted to hunt that, and then I came back to see what I needed for the new armor and weapons. And then I went back out so I could get Kessidon for these gauntlets. And that's when I fought a couple Jagrases as well and stuff. Just doing those 2 expeditions has unlocked new delivery quests. I think I've gotten more side optional quests as well. So some of them I didn't record getting, but you just, as you go through and as you make progress, as you do expeditions, you will get these. Uh, I think one of these I already had. Man's Best Friend. Redefining the power couple, you get that just before the Zora Magdaros, or is it it's either just before or just after the Zora Magdaros mission. I accepted it and didn't record it because I didn't think they had anything to say. Um, this gives you a new tool, so I need to do this one. Man's Best Friend, I think that's just research points, so it's nothing, but we'll do it just to get it out of there. These I got from the monsters I've hunted. When you go out on an expedition to get these new missions, optional missions, you have to hunt or capture them in the expedition. Once you do, you'll unlock these missions, these side missions. These side missions, they have no real point to them, or yeah, there's no real benefit to them. It's just a refarm. It's just a way to farm them. So if you haven't unlocked the investigation for them, because the investigation has better rewards, if you haven't unlocked the investigation, you can do these over and over instead, and so that's how you get these optional ones. Then once you complete these optional ones, you'll start getting these special arena quests, and these special arena quests are just like the regular one. It's just you're not out in the world or in the field, you're in the arena. That's it. So these are typically more difficult because the monster can't run away, so you have to handle weapon sharpening in the middle of a fight and such if you're not used to that. But typically when you do these special arena missions, you should be somewhat experienced with the monsters and know how to handle them. You should have a good stack of resources and items, so weapon sharpening isn't that big of a deal because there's items you can get. I think I've covered them in an early episode. The wetfish scales, you can use those. I think they're much faster and they have better sharpening than the whetstone, but it's a one-time use item, so you can use those in the middle of the arena. Hopefully, then now that, or I'm sorry, you can use those in the middle of the fight in the arena. But there's also other skills you can get with these armor sets, so that you can get quicker sharpness and stuff. You have a better understanding of the food skills and how they work, so you can use those to get better sharpness. So there's all sorts of different things you can do to make these easier. I typically don't worry about the high rank or about the special arena quests until I'm in master rank, and then I just blow through them really quick and really easy or really fast, because like I said, you don't really get anything. It's just a way to farm them. That's an easy way to farm them without using investigations. But investigations give you better rewards. They can be harder because sometimes it'll be like a super Jagras or something. They won't call it that, but that's what it is. And you'll see it when you start fighting it. You're like, usually this Jagras is done by now, but it's not even at halfway or whatever. So they can be harder, they can be easier, but you always get better rewards. So you want to do these until you get investigations. Once you have investigations for them, you want to do the investigations. But that's how you get these. That's how you do that. But again, like I said, at this point, it's just hunting everything all over again. That's all you're doing. The story is on pause until you complete this Rathian tracks and you hunt this new Rathian. Which the new Rathian, it's just a super high rank Rathian. It's a new color, has the same moves, the same exact attacks. It's a little faster and it hits harder. That's about it. So it's not even that big of a deal. If you're practiced with Rathian and you got a good handle on it, you should be okay with the pink Rathian. Like I said, it's just a little faster, so your timing is going to be a little different. You might need to change your pace a little, alter your flow for the fight a bit, but you should be fine. So yeah, I'm not sure what else to say. I guess I'm going to be on a bit of a pause. I'll focus on uploading episodes more while I just grind this stuff out and work on my build. And for my current build right now, I'm aiming for the Rathalos and the Anjanath gear. So with the Rathalos, you get attack boosts with the alpha set, with the alpha set, and you get fire attack. So the Rathalos obviously big on fire, so you get fire boosts. But I don't exactly need the fire attack. It'd be nice to use with the fire weapon. That's very situational. So I might actually craft both of these. the fire attack for when I'm actually using the fire weapon, and then just a regular attack boost when I'm not, and then also give me the decoration slot where I can put the attack gem. Maybe this, and then for the chest piece, I'm only going to do the weakness exploit because you need a ruby, and a ruby's not easy to get, so I'm not going to kill myself trying to farm 2 rubies for just for 1 point of fire attack. I'm not going to go for the gauntlets. The waist guard I'm going to get because I want that point of focus. And then I'm not going to go for the feet because I don't want the jump master skill. I would like that point of that last weakness exploit point, but I'd rather go with the Anjanath and get artillery for 2 points. And then there's also the waist guard, which gives me a point of artillery, so that can give me 3 points of artillery. So this is where I'm going to go through. We're talking about where I talked before about weapon loadout, or I'm sorry, gear loadouts and weapon loadouts. So I'll have, I think my Rathalos set is going to be mainly for power elemental files. My artillery, and then the artillery is going to be for impact files. Or maybe I'll find some middle ground where maybe I don't have a point of artillery and I just use this, or I don't go for 3 points of artillery, just 2 points. And I'll just use that. I think I might actually just do that. Just use the 2 points of artillery along with, I'll have 2 points of focus. Yeah, 1 from this and 1 from my gauntlet, and then I have I can get a capacity boost or focus or another artillery from my charm, depending on what I want. I'll probably get a point of focus because I like having that fast focus, the fast charge up, or I'm sorry, the fast fill rate and the faster charge attacks. I really like that. So that's probably what I'm going to be aiming for. Let's actually go ahead and wish list all of these. I don't think it's something I've ever talked about, so I'll just go do that real quick. Wish listing is a way, well, you mean you wish list it. You wish list items you want. I mean, you press triangle, it brings this up. You press X, you select a slot, entry added. So let's go ahead and add these in real quick. Alright, so then if you bring up your menu, scroll over to info, the 4th one down, wish list. If you select it, it lets you look at everything you've wish listed and it tells you what you still need for those items. You can also go to total required materials. If you hit R1, you can see I need a total of 16 Rathalos scales, 18 Rathalos carapace, 6 Inferno sac, 2 Rathalos medulla, 5 Rathalos wings, 1 Rathalos ruby, 3 Anjanath pelts, 5 Carbolite, Rathalos tail, which I have enough of, and well, I have a lot of tails, and then Anjanath scale plus, which I just have enough of for the greaves. So it's a pretty useful way if you're ever out on an expedition. You can, you're doing hunts, you're just hunting the monsters, you don't even care about, you're not even looking at what you get, you're just hunting them and hunting them. You can claim your rewards before you come back from an expedition, and you can see if you have enough items. And then if you do, you're like, alright, I'm head on back. Of course, it's not just armor, you can add weapons and charms to it as well. So let's go to charms. There's a focus charm down here. Let's go ahead and add that to the wish list. Yeah, you see? I need a Bloss Medulla, a Diabolus Ridge, a Fire Cell Stone, and the Spirit Core Ore. The Fire Cell we haven't even come across. That's in the new area that we haven't reached yet. Bloss Medulla, that's from the Diablos. Then let's go to upgrade weapons. Oh, I can make this. I don't have enough money, that's why I haven't made it. I need to grind out a couple investigations just to get some money real quick. Here we go, this is an easy one. All I need is some Shamo scale, so that's easy to get in an expedition. And then the Carbolite ore, again, easy to get. Add that. Rathian scale, yeah, that's easy to get. Add that just for fun. I can craft that. Oh, I don't have the money, so I have to come back to it. But yeah, that's how wish listing works. I think there's one more. There was one. Was it the Great Jagras? Yeah, the Great Jagras. I just need piercing claws, so I can wish list that when I'm on an expedition. It'll tell me once I get enough. So, wish listing very easy. It's mainly used for expeditions because you can't see the items, you can't see your full rewards after a mission until the mission's over. So you don't know if you want to stay out in the field or come back to base. So the wish list just helps you save some time. So you can be on an expedition and be like, all right, now I know I have enough resources, let's head back. As opposed to coming back, checking to see if you have enough resources, and then heading back out again. Pretty useful. But alright, so like I said, the whole point of this was just to show that those couple things off and to talk about. I'm pretty much going to be making progress off camera because a lot of it isn't big progress. It's new gear, new weapons, maybe some delivery quests, and that's about it. I'm not going to complete any side missions or story missions until I'm sorry, I thought I heard something. Right. Well, I'm not going to complete any of the story missions until, it's ready to. And it'll tell you out in the field once you gather enough Rathian tracks, like, hey, you got enough, come back and talk to this person. Or when you come back, it'll be a straight cutscene or whatever. But, alright, that's enough rambling. Time to start getting into the meat of the game and grinding. I need to hunt down this Rathian, this Rathalos. Need to hunt a lot of him. Alright, I'll see you later.